How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the finale of Team Rocket Week. We went through a lot of Team Rocket content this week, from the probably will be meta to the best grunt among us to something really silly that y'all seem to like for some reason. But we are back in the lab today, and I'm finishing the week by going back to our roots. The video that really kicked off my channel was a deck that I absolutely fell in love with, Yuxi Spread. I love me a good spread deck. So when my guy Bearded Brochacho hit me up on Discord with a fun new Team Rocket's Arbok spread deck, I was immediately intrigued. This is the deck list he sent me. The main components here being Crobat and Arbok. Crobat is a really fun card that lets you place 2 damage counters on 2 Pokemon when it evolves. Golbat does the same thing but to 1 Pokemon. Crobat only hits for 120, which is admittedly low, but the beauty of it is that you have the option of pulling it back to your hand after it attacks. So it can deal some chip damage, and if it starts to take too many hits, you can pull it and get the damage spread started once again. But who do we retreat into? That'll be none other than Team Rocket's Arbok, who had the ability that says while it's in the active, they can't play any ability Pokemon from their hand, which is incredibly disruptive and forces their supporter for turn to be boss, or else they just can't play. But Arbok is also the big spreader of this deck. For 3 dark energy, it hits for 30 damage on everything. That is relevant because of the Star of Friday's video, Team Rocket's Sneasel, who can punish anything that took chip damage throughout the game by placing 20 damage for every damage counter on the opponent's Pokemon, meaning if we can get 1 hit from Crobat and 1 ping from its ability, we are already doing enough damage to KO a Mega Venusaur. Here, look, this is a clip from me recording yesterday. My opponent ruined the clip by conceding too early, but in the previous turn I took out 2 Tynamos with 1 attack by evolving my Golbats, and then he benched 3 more. I'm still mad that he conceded before I could take those prizes, but you can see the vision, right? 2 pings from evolving Golbats and we're already knocking out 70 HP basics. And think about how many of those have a middle stage with an ability. If they don't have boss in hand, they're just screwed. So while I did like what he was going for, there were a couple changes that I made with my build, and keep in mind that he sent me this before I sent the Heroes drop, so obviously we will be adding Poké Pads. But the first thing I noticed was this guy. No, we gotta get that out of here. We're keeping it straight Team Rocket today. I know there is a temptation to stick Monkey Dory in everything that has dark energy, but you have to resist that for this one. You're ruining your synergy with Ariana, Giovanni, and if it gets trapped in the active, you now need to switch or Air Balloon because Giovanni doesn't break you out of that. Speaking of which, no, we don't do boss either. This is becoming a second Giovanni. And second, look, I love Wobbuffet, I really do, but he works because of Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And Crobat, not so much. We still love him though. And while I do like Hyper Aroma, with Poké Pad, I think you don't really need it anymore. This became Secret Box. Team Rocket decks need a bunch of pieces at any given moment, and Secret Box was really nicely to have a perfect turn with a Stadium Bump, a Tool, a Poké Pad, and then a supporter for next turn. Last big change I made was the removal of Janine. I see what you're doing with it, and I don't hate it, but if we're doing Janine, we should also do Mochi. Otherwise, I like these two becoming a Hilda and an Earthen Vessel. Having an item that searches energy is really nice for Secret Box to be able to pull, and we generally do like having cards that can discard so we can get max value out of Ariana. More important than accelerating energy for me is probably making sure we're never missing an attachment, so I like having more ways to search energy, so if you're going to do any non-Team Rocket supporter, it should be Hilda. So here's my version of the list. I kept all your Pokemon counts the same with the exception of going up 1 Ekans and down 1 Sneasel. Ekans is our ideal starter and we don't want Sneasel until the end game, so I just wanted to improve the odds that we start him and also help fight some bad pricing. Most of your supporters are also the same, except we're now doing 2 Giovanni and only 1 Petrol. I generally feel like in this sort of deck you only need 1 Petrol, and most of the time it's to find your A-Spec. I did also add in a counter catcher for those matches where we play against big basics and are going to be relying on chip damage. I found a way to squeeze in 4 Pokepads by removing an Energy, an Ultra Ball, and the Pokegears. We're sacrificing a little bit of supporter efficiency for some more Pokemon efficiency. I also upped our stadium count to 3 and I swapped helmets. I do like the idea of being able to slap a Budu for KO, but I felt like reducing our energy requirement by 1 at any given moment really opens up for a lot more options. If we can get a Sneasel with 1 energy on it already, we don't need to rely on finding the Team Rocket energy as our only win condition. Or slap it on the benched Ekans and then all you need is a Team Rocket energy for a quick follow-up attack. Funk Helmet is a good idea though. Even if it just gets Sneasel that much closer to a KO, I like the idea. That would be the first thing I want back if I could find any more room to put one. Personally, this build is much more at the speed that I would want a Team Rocket deck to play at, and I gotta say, my testing with it has been amazing. It feels like everything I love about Team Rocket Box as a single price spread deck. It's so much fun. Bearded Brochacho, you definitely cooked with this one, and I will be building this in real life to take to a local, but I'm gonna take you right into it and show you. Alrighty, welcome to game 1 with Team Rocket's Crobat and Arbok. This is a fantastic start. We got the Buddy Buddies, we got the Secret Box. We don't even necessarily need all of this. Do I just hold the Secret Box for next turn? No, I think I want cards. Alright, yeah, we can dump this Archer. Alright, let me do first things first. I'm gonna do Buddy Buddy just to see what we could reasonably get right now. This is looking like Dragapult, so we're gonna want the Articuno. We can go with these 2. That's fine with me. We only have 1 of our Zubats. That's kind of rough. Actually, no, we have both. Sorry. I don't know what I was... we have all 3. Okay, this is fine. We can dump this, and this. Actually, I want this. We can dump the Crobat for now. This is fine. We'll do these 3. We'll grab Proton for now. Grab Factory for later. Grab us... We can grab us the EXP share for now, I guess that's fine. And then for the item... I think we can just take a Transceiver. There is a chance that he does Iono us or Budu us right now. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to go ahead and do this. Grab these 3. No, we don't need a third Ekans. We just need these 3. That's fine. The Mimikyu is going to be helpful for us, but we can worry about that later. Once he gets the Dragapult up, that's when I want to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and get these 3 down. Put up Factory. That's totally fine with me. We're going to go ahead and Transceiver for the Ariana right now. Because best case scenario, he just Ionos us out of this hand, we're fine anyway. Put the EXP share on this guy. If he doesn't Iono us, then we just have Ariana for next turn. So nothing really hurts us here. It's fine to use your items right now on the assumption that he's gonna Budu us next turn. Oh, this isn't even Budu. This isn't even Dragapult. It's Mega Lopunny. Okay. That does change things a little bit, but not by a whole lot. The difference here being that Lopunny doesn't have an ability, so he can still put it down. Alright, we're not getting Budu'd, so this is fine. We could still be... Oh, we can't be Iono'd, right? He used Lilies. Okay. And I don't even remember if... Does Arbok have 140? I think it has 140. I think we're okay with a Dusknoir pop. But we'll find out here in a second. We'll go ahead and put that down. Let's go ahead and bring this thing up. We can go ahead and slap that on there. We want to start hitting this thing now. Bump Stadium. Drop Ariana for 7. Did get an Arbok. Go ahead and Factory for 2 more. We have the Crobat for next turn. We'll just hit for 30 on everything. Okay, so this is putting pressure on him. He's going to need to evolve this very soon. Which he does. But he already used up one of his Jet Energies. Does he have another Jet Energy in his hand right now? He doesn't. But he can retreat this, so that's fine. So he can't play any Dusknoir this turn, which is fantastic. He's going to bump Stadium again. EXP share is going to move the energy over to this Ekans, which we're going to promote immediately. Yep, Gale Thrust hits me for 230. That gets knocked. Why did the EXP... Hold on. Did I miss something? Oh, wait, the Jamming Tower. The Jamming Tower. Oh, no. Okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We go Biting Spree. We put this down. We put this down. We're going to bump Stadium again. And we're going to Giovanni. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give you this. I think I take out the Latias here. That's going to disrupt his plan a lot. Grab those 2. That's not bad. We'll hit this. Let's go ahead and knock out one of the Duskulls. I really don't want him to be using that on me. Ariana's a good pull. Alright, and we'll go Assassin's Return for 240 to knock this out because of weakness. And we don't put it back in our hand yet, because the odds that he can hit 310 are kind of low unless he has like a rare candy Dusknoir in hand right now. Which he very well could. Dang, the jamming tower messing up that Arbok play does kind of hurt. Okay, so we have that. We have the Latias. Gotcha. Latias comes back. He is fishing for this rare candy Dusknoir play, so hopefully he can't get it. We'll see, though. We'll see. With a 14 card hand, I would think he could. He does have it. Okay. That's not going to feel too good. But we do have ways out of this. Probably. Oh, did he already use his retreat for turn? I didn't see that. Okay. He's going to pop Dusknoir on my active, and then he's going to knock it out. Which will put us down to 2 prizes. Now all we need is a Giovanni. We can win this. Got us a candy. 230, okay. He still goes ahead on prizes though, so the counter catch is not going to work. Maybe I should have saved the Giovanni. Let's promote this one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely should have saved the Giovanni. Alright, he can't take 3 prizes this turn, so there is still a world where we can just draw into it next time. We could certainly just thin out a little bit. Let's just make sure it's in there. Yeah, Giovanni is what wins us this game. So we can definitely just wait a turn. We can cut his hand down, too. That might be the way to do it. That probably is the way to go. So, let's just go ahead and... Okay. Alright, let's petrol. Let's petrol. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to get rid of some of the stuff we don't need. Don't need the counter catcher anymore. Probably could lose an energy, that's fine. We'll grab the Crobat. And candy it up. We got Biting Spree, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and slap some damage down here. Slap some damage down here, I guess, doesn't matter. If we just draw into the Devo... No, we don't. That's fine. Alright, we'll drop that down. The other Crobat is also in deck. Or is also in discard, so we can easily just pop that there. It's not going to help our board state at all. But shoot, why not? We'll go Biting Spree. And now this Fez is also in a position where it can be knocked out by our Sneasel. Assuming we didn't use... we don't have to put this back in our hand. No, it doesn't matter. We could always put it back in our hand and get the Arbok up into the active so he can't put any more ability Pokemon, but the only ability Pokemon at this point that he really could put down would be a Dusknoir or Dusclops, which he doesn't even have a Duskull in the field, so we're not too stressed about that. We didn't take a KO here. He still has to do a bunch of shenanigans in order to be able to get a second attack off with this. He's not knocking either one of these guys out this turn. We'll see. And I think he understands that. I think he realizes he needs something else to go right in order to get a KO here. The Devo can win me this game. Not necessarily. It gives me a prize. But at that point, it also turns off his ability to even use the Duskull. So that's what we also like to see. How many transceivers have I used? Just one. Okay, so I have a Giovanni and potentially up to 3 more transceivers in deck somewhere. With 14 cards left. The odds that I draw into something I can use is pretty good right now. Alright, the counter catcher comes in. He wants the Arbok, okay. He definitely just wanted to take a KO this turn. Which is fine, because I have Archer, which can get me closer to a Devo play, potentially. We'll come back up with this guy on the off chance that we, you know, just don't draw a transceiver or something like that. Yeah, we didn't. Alright. Mimikyu does nothing for us in this matchup. So I am totally fine to just attach this here. And then we'll Archer. We didn't find Devo there. Let's see. We got Air Balloon. We do have a transceiver for next turn. But if he can get a Dusknoir KO with this, then it's just GG from there. I don't see a reason to put this Ekans down, so let's just go ahead and Assassin's Return. We don't have to put it back in our hand. We'll just leave it like that. He needs a rare candy Dusknoir this turn in order to take this KO and win. If he's got it, he's got it. Alright, so Hilda obviously gets him one of those pieces. He still needs a rare candy though. Alright, he got the Dusknoir. Does he have the candy in hand? Gonna jet for it. Going for the Mega Kangaskhan. Run Aaron. Does he get the candy? I think he would have played it if he got it. Yeah, he would have played it. Dusclops. That's not going to cut it. I think we have it. You know, the funny thing is if I had put those damage counters on the Lopunny, we would have gotten it. Okay. Putting 50 on the active. It's not going to be enough. There's a Sacred Ash. Yep, just playing down everything else he can. He knows he doesn't have this one. Rip in peace. So I think at this point you just leave the Kangaskhan in the active, right? Hope that I can't boss something. Yep. Alright. GG. That was a close one. That was closer than it should have been. That's definitely my fault. But we have it. And 120 damage for the game. GG. Yeah, why not? Alrighty, welcome to game 2. I had a Mega Dragonite appear in the match right before this one, but I think he must have like stepped away from his phone the moment that he clicked the play button or something, because took no actions, took forever to even put his first Pokemon down. Kinda hate that, but, you know, what can you do? This is a pretty good starting hand. This is Dragapult Dusknoir, alright. That tells me everything I need to know. Alrighty. Oh, we have a Hilda. That's actually pretty solid. Alright, yeah, we got a whole bunch of good stuff here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go Proton first. We're gonna go in Ekans, Articuno, and a second Zubat. That's fine. We'll do those 3. Go ahead and actually let's I don't really want to lose any of this. Let's go ahead and Vessel now. Or whatever. Get one of them. Okay, this is fine. We can go ahead and do I want to Air Balloon this now? Yeah, let me do that now just in case he's got like the jamming tower in hand. I'm gonna put the Ekans in the front. And we have the Hilda for next turn. I'm basically anticipating a Budu right now. I'm gonna go ahead and Transceiver for the Ariana. Go ahead and drop the Counter Catcher, because if everything goes the way I want it to, we can have a turn 2 ability lock. Yeah, so we'll do that. Yep, the Budu comes in. They always go for the Budu turn 1. The Itchy Pollen before the Dragapult even goes down. Or before the Dreepy even goes down. That's crazy. Alright, so all we gotta do here, we'll attach this. Hilda. Can grab us another one of these, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and hit 30, 30, 30. Monkey Dory can just give us this damage right back, but I'm not too stressed about that yet. Okay. Yeah, he's going for another Budu. Adrena brains some damage over. He does put it on the active, though, so that's actually kind of not bad. Means we have a little bit of time. Alright, Itchy Pollen hits us for another 10. Luckily we're not weak to grass, we're weak to fighting. This is fine. Let's see here. Is there anything that I really want to do with this? Not necessarily. I think we can just go ahead and we can attach. And then Ariana. Got a bunch of energy and items. That's fine. This will get us what we want. No, I wanted a Golbat. That's fine. Go ahead and do another 30 here. Because he can't even play a Dracloak until this Arbok leaves the active. I have a pretty big hand and nothing we can really do with it. Well, we can now, but you know. Okay. So actually this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Let's go ahead and Poké Pad, see what we have in there. We prized both of our Golbats. That's insane, dude. Alright, well let's take another Ekans. Mimikyu also would be very good in this matchup. But that's fine. We'll go ahead and hit one of these. Actually, I kind of want this for when the eventual jamming tower comes in. No, we'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. I want the Golbat right, the Crobat right now. Because what that's going to do is that's going to put the Monkey Dory at 80. Yeah, we'll hit this. And we can just knock it out with a Spinning Tail. This is fine. Do 20 damage there. 20 damage there. And then I want that to go there. Simple enough. We can Petrol for what? No, maybe I just keep it in hand. Ah, but I want cards. I do want cards. Yeah, I don't see a problem petroling here. Petrol for the EXP share. Throw it on that so I don't have to spend another Team Rocket energy on it. Cool. Alright. We'll go Spinning Tail. Knock out the Monkey Dory. We did 60 to the Latias here. That's fine. Golbat? No Golbat. Our last 3 prizes, 2 of them are Golbat. Yeah, see, this is where the jamming tower would, or the Team Rocket's factory would have been pretty nice. And it's a concede from a Dragapult. He can't play any Dracloaks. That's awesome. We prized our Golbats and we still took it. Welcome to game 3. I love seeing a Dragapult fold like that. We didn't even have everything we needed. We had 2 of our Golbats prized. We could have really easily taken out that Dreepy as well. We go first. Alrighty. The Ekans start, no Proton. This is fine. And Zorua, okay. We do have Proton now. Though this is a really good hand. I don't know if I want to lose this. Okay. Am I okay to lose all of this? I'm okay losing the Stretcher. I'm okay losing the Ariana. Okay, let's... I think we do it. I think we do it. We're gonna go ahead and drop these 3. Okay, so we'll drop those 3. We'll grab a Proton right now. We'll grab a Transceiver for the Ariana next turn. Grab a Factory now. And then... Would a Buddy Buddy also be nice to have right now? No, I think a Vessel would be nicer to have. It would be nicer to have if I hadn't thrown it in the discard. You know what? We get an energy off the factory. Yeah, that's what we do. We get an energy off the factory right now. That's what we do. We're going to Proton. Grab us Ekans. Zubat. Let's just make sure our Golbats are in there this time. They are in there. This is fine. We'll hit those. We draw into an energy right now. We do. Yeah, we got Earthen Vessel. Nice. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and slap this on you. You can drop the Buddy Buddy now because we already have our board set up the way we want. Here we go. Pretty good turn one. Now, assuming we don't get Iono'd, we have a lot. We can Candy to this Crobat. Transceiver for Ariana. Get a bunch of new cards. Poké Pad. Alright. Hoping this isn't a Budu, because Budu also kind of messes up my plans. Reshiram, okay. I don't even know if... Does Zoroark even play Budu? Doesn't seem like it. He would have gone for one if he was going to do a Budu play right now. Release Determination. And we get scratched. Alright. Cool. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and get this first guy. We'll do Biting Spree. We'll do 20 here. We'll do 20 here. I'm going to go ahead and Transceiver. Or the Ariana. I'm going to put this down just so we can get the max value out of this. This will be 7 new cards. I don't want to use this one only because I want a Team Rocket's energy more. Alright, we have that. We have everything we need. We evolve this guy. 20 damage goes here. Poké Pad. The Arbok. Attach energy. And boom, 30 damage everywhere. Knocks out this active with the energy on it. And his Zoroas on the bench are in a rough spot. That's exactly what I wanted to see. The deck is cooking, man. Love to see it. Bearded Brochacho, shout out to you, man. You cooked with this one. In my testing last night, I was going up against a ton of Terra Pokemon, like Terra boxes. Like I was like, I got Terra Zard, I got Terra Box, I got basically every Terra matchup you could possibly ask for, where this doesn't hit Terras on the bench. So, kind of hated that. But you know how it be. You know how live is. Alright. See what he does. See what he does. He's in a rough spot already. Yep, concede. Alright, we're getting a game 4, guys. Alrighty, welcome to game 4. Don't usually go this far. Usually 3 games is enough to fill an hour. But a lot of early concedes due to not being able to evolve your basics. Love to see that. Nope, this pretty much gives away my whole game plan. but alright, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and mulligan into a much better hand here. It's actually, this hand would have been perfectly fine if I had a basic in there. If this Dark Energy was a basic, would have been a perfect hand. Oh, okay, we're going to do 6 mulligans. Alright, I just took out my basics, I guess. Forgot to include them. This hand's also kind of fine. Alright, dude starts with a 12 card hand. Alright, this is Dragapult. Alright, we'll go ahead and do this. We have the Hilda for next turn too. So that's kind of nice. I'll go ahead and get the Proton. We'll do... Oh, the Articuno's prized. That's not great. Alright, we'll take these. Oh, the Articuno's not priced. He's in my hand. Alright. Look at your board, people. It's more of a PSA to myself. Alright, the turn 1 Hilda. Interesting choice. This is definitely the kind of matchup where I could have just left the Ekans in there and not benched anything else. And he just wouldn't be able to do a whole lot. Unless he's got like... Yeah, I guess Water Pond would be rough. So I just saw an Oricorio EX. Is this like Terra Dragapult Charizard? I don't know. I'm confused. Alright, I think we just go for the Hilda. We don't... Yeah, I mean, nothing else we can really do. We'll take another one of these. Gonna evolve it now. Stick that on there. And then do 30 damage to everything. In my testing yesterday, I was going up against a ton of Terra matchups. Can't hit him on the bench, unfortunately, with this. Would like to get all this out of the way before I can have to worry about that. The thing is that Dragapult has no ability, so if he candies into a Dragapult, he could still do that. If this is Terrazard, or if this is, yeah, the Terra Charizard, then he can't do that. But we'll see, we'll see. Can I get a Golbat right now, please? Or a Candy. I'll take a Candy. Alright, that works. That works. We'll take a Golbat. Slap that damage right there. You can go ahead and slap another one of these right there. Do 30 damage. Knock out the Dreepy. Knock out... That's it. Just the Dreepy. Alright. Give me something I can use. Poké Pad I can use. Alright, he's going Mega Charizard here. Okay. That's probably the better option. He can't do anything with this Hoot though. What is this? Inferno X? Okay. This I can use. Alright, we'll use Biting Spree. We'll hit him with that. Alright, am I gonna... Yeah, let's just go ahead and hit one of these. I want to get my other Arbok ready. This guy can be ready to go. We can go ahead and drop the Air Balloon here. You can be our pivot. I'm going to Ariana for a bunch more cards. We Factory for a little bit more. And that looks fine to me. I'm just going to Spinning Tail, do 30 damage. Now, the Sneasel play is live. Right? He just needs 10 more damage on this guy, and we can be knocking it out in the bench. Alright, Inferno X is about to come in. He's about to lose both of his energies here, which is fine. I'm going to promote this guy. You'll see why in a second here. I'm going to hit him with this. I can go ahead and Petrol for the candy. I haven't used it, right? I haven't used it. Yeah, we'll Petrol for the candy. Do I want the secret box instead? Is there any value in dropping any of this stuff? This is just more like a win more kind of deal. We'll go ahead and do that, just thin. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit this now so we can get more discard fodder. That's fine with me. We'll go ahead and grab this, this, and this. Grab Giovanni, that's fine. What's our tool? It could be EXP share, why not? Drop the EXP share on him. Candy. Do a little bit of biting spree. And I forgot to check. Do I have another Zubat? I do have another Zubat. Let's do a Zubat. So I'm going to go ahead and Assassin's Return, hit him for 250. And then, actually, I don't even need to put it back in my hand, but I'm gonna. Because I don't want him benching anything else on his turn. Here we go. We gave him 6 extra cards, you know? We helped him enough. We have a Devo play. Alright, we'll go Sneaky Bite. Hit that one. Do I just want to trap this? No, trap this. I think I'd do that. Put down the Zubat. Let's do that. Let's trap it. Factory. All right. We can go ahead and give it to... We'll give it to you. Why not? And then that's it. Spinning Tail. Do 30 damage. There we go. Now your attachment for turn has to go to the Dreepy. Or you can attack with that. You can't do both. This is wild. He just can't set up. And the next turn we have the Crobat. We can evolve that, hit this, and we knock all 3 of these out. We're not even stressing about the Sneasel yet. Did he just leave? He may have just, yeah, he may have just left. All right, we're gonna see the play action in action here. We're gonna hit this. Oh, we even get the Golbat on top deck too. All right, you'll see. We'll hit here. We'll hit here. Evolve the Golbat. We'll hit here. 30s across the board. Take all them prizes. And then we got the Mega Charizard to deal with. You may have just left. That's what I would do. This is wild. This is like half control, half spread. I haven't even really needed the counter catcher because I'm just playing from ahead the whole time because they can't even set up. Yeah, he definitely left. Went on to go do something else with his life. Which is fine. You know, totally valid choice to make. Alrighty, we take this one. 30 damage here on the active. And that's game. I won't lie to you, this might be my favorite of the Team Rocket decks I played all week. Shout out to Bearded Brochacho who really came through with this one, and I'm definitely going to be trying it in real life soon. For the rest of you out there, I appreciate you tuning into Team Rocket Week. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be trying out the rest of the Ascended Heroes cards, starting with an old favorite who got some really fun new support. I can't wait to show you that one. If you like what you saw, please consider dropping me a like or maybe even a sub, and I'll see you all next time.